So I'm getting ready to put together the nose cone for the Daytona. I'm pretty excited, also nervous at the same time. I've never done this before to, also see all the intricate stuff that goes into putting one of these on. Oh, the fun begins.
That bucket and the headlight base that holds the headlights themselves, it's all one big unit.
What I'm trying to do is just get it roughly set in here and then make some fine-tune adjustments.
Whether it's forward or backwards or up or down, control where it sits in space in that opening.
There we go.
And it needs to be flush. When you look down on it, you want the same reveal or as close as you can get all the way around the headlight, between the headlight and the nose cone.
Centering the headlight door is all done with these adjustments right here. Really difficult. So taking one of these nose cones apart is a lot more fun than putting it together. Taking it apart, it's all old paint, so you're not really worried about scratching paint. But putting it together is a lot more difficult because you gotta be careful with every single thing that you do, that you don't scratch it, have to get it repainted.
To be able to see all the parts that make it up, how intricate it is, how really advanced for its time it was. And when you consider they only had a few months from conception to have the car done and ready to race at NASCAR, it's really an engineering marvel. The two big brackets, they are huge, they're massive. They're called Z brackets because they're shaped sort of like the letter Z. That's the main structure for that front end. It bolts onto the nose cone and then it bolts onto the frame exactly in the same position that the front bumper would bolt on. So there is all your integrity. Other than that, it's across the top of it where it marries into the latch tray. Those are the things that hold that great big heavy nose cone in place, which is why it wasn't considered a 5-mile-an-hour bumper.
Oh my goodness.
On top of the fact that it would just crush in if it did get hit at 5 miles an hour.
The park lamps are from a 1969 Plymouth Valiant.
That's the car that those were borrowed from, because remember, they didn't have time to go out and make a brand new park lamp for this front end.
Cool, cool.
In 1972, this car was wrecked. It had another nose cone put on it. Now, back then, you could go into the dealership and buy the nose cone, buy the grille piece. The grille, if you look carefully, that's in this car and has been since 1972, has hexagon openings. Little hexagon, look like little stop signs. That's the pattern of the grille. The majority of the Daytonas were an oblong-shaped opening. Tony D'Agostino's Daytona had the hexagon, this one and a few others. But for the most part, the majority of the Daytonas, like Tom Partridge's red 69 Daytona that we did a few seasons ago, that had the more common rectangular one. Just an interesting note if you're at a car show.
So I'm pretty happy I got the nose cone built out. It's ready to go on the car.
Justin did an excellent job building out the nose cone for our Daytona. There's a lot of pieces I had mentioned before, a lot of detail, a lot of accuracy, but he built it out to perfection. And where we're at right now is it's time to install it on the car.
I've been waiting a long time for this to get mounted on the car, so it's gonna be, just another learning process.
And that's the last major piece before this car gets to fly home.